Hello, this is Jesse from DeathRattleSports.com. Our writer Nick wrote an article titled Genetically Modified GMO Crops Linked to Liver Failure according to a new study. The fight for food for the ages between natural and genetically modified crops has gotten nasty ahead of a historic vote on the labeling of GMOs in California this November. And now, a new study has linked the highly controversial crops to a deadly disease that attacks the liver. New Zealand genetics lecturer Jack Heinemann, backed up by Flinders University biochemist Judy Carman and molecular genetics expert Michael Antonou from King's College London, were expected to release a report today from the University of Canterbury that reveals a link to the suppression of a crucial human enzyme that normally helps produce the vital energy source glycogen within the body. The particular GMO crop linked to the disease in the study is genetically modified wheat, which has so far not made it to the market in the United States, but has been in development for years by the massive biotechnology companies that have also placed high-ranking officials within the U.S. government and in other strategic positions to expedite their release. A trial is ongoing in Western Australia, and the lead researcher urged the government to halt it due to its findings. The state responded by calling the new study scaremongering, according to ABC News in Australia. In addition to the new study on GM wheat, GMO crops have been linked to infertility, widespread allergies, weight gain, organ damage, and much, much more. The original report on GMO wheat and the liver disease linked was released by the West Australia's website and also ran on Australia's Yahoo News website. With so many concerns about the safety of genetically modified crops, it's no wonder that the vast majority of American public favors labeling them, at the very least, according to recent polls by a count of more than 90%, and why Proposition 37 in California for GMO labeling stands a good chance in passing despite $25 million pledged to fight it by big food and chemical corporations. Who's the 10% that doesn't want labeling? In addition to rampant health concerns that have led the crops to being banned or labeled at the least in several dozen countries, the crops have also begun to cause major headaches for farmers as pesticide-resistant superbugs and weeds have made their lives miserable in various states across the country. While GMO companies claim that the crops have the potential to feed the world and a growing population, a recent UN report asserts that organic farming is actually the answer to that conundrum, as well as better food distribution. A new GMO study on liver damage, a wake-up call. Like GMO alfalfa and many other GM crops, GMO wheat has been fiercely opposed. Wheat is a staple crop for billions of people, and many experts have urged caution before rushing it to market for commercial use in America. Unfortunately, it is also highly profitable for GMO chemical companies, and they have the support of officials such as Tom Vilsack, a former Monsanto GMO giant executive and current U.S. Secretary of Agriculture. Vilsack is flanked by FDA Deputy Commissioner for Foods Michael Taylor, a former lawyer for Monsanto and top executive. Genetically modified organism crop-producing companies such as Monsanto are notoriously stingy when it comes to allowing access to their creations for study, a major complaint for those in the movement for GMO transparency and restrictions, if not outright bans due to cross-contamination and health concerns. The Safe Food Foundation, which conditioned the study, has now called the Commonwealth Scientific and Industrial Research Organization, the company behind GMO wheat, to release their details of a particular sequence within the crop so that researchers can better identify further potential risks to human health. And just one last thing to talk about real quick is this is a perfect example of why you should not just close your eyes and rely on somebody else to take care of something. Don't close your eyes and rely on chemical companies to make your food. I mean, it is silly. It is a silly proposition. Don't close your eyes and rely on somebody to pick up your health care. Don't close your eyes and rely on somebody else to educate your child. Be involved. Know exactly what is going on at all times. It's your life and it's your family. So it is up to you to make sure that everything is taken care of properly. Do not close your eyes and be blind to the injustice and then cry foul after 20 years of eating crap. So that's just a lesson that we're all learning from this. I think a lot of us have been eating this junk food, and maybe thought it was good food, but it's crap. And the tide is turning, and I can feel it. There's a wave of people that are waking up to this fact that you just can't not be involved and just go to your 9-to-5 job and think that will take care of everything. That won't take care of anything as far as personal health and education, and it's just the food is just a representative of everything that's going on in our society right now, where people think they cannot be active in their lives and then their community, and that everything will be okay. No, it takes the community to be strong, to make sure that everybody is taken care of. Oh, that's Jesse from Death Rattle Sports. That's my rant about that. Check out the site. Nick and other contributors have been writing on GMO for a while, and we will continue to do so, as well as covering a number of other subjects. Thanks. And just one more last rant is, this is yet another example of a breach of trust with the politicians who are supposed to protect its citizens and look out for what's best for the people. They are serving the people, and they've done nothing but protect these corporations, these companies, and it's never going to change. That is never going to change. So don't ever think that a politician is going to protect you, because they don't care about. They don't know you. You're nothing to them. So all they want to do is make you happy enough to get reelected, and to think that anybody out there is going to protect you from anything is just wrong. So you just have to take control of your life. The politicians this is a breach of trust, and they are not to be trusted. They've proven time and time again, and that is just something that we all, I think we all know that now. I think we all know that. And just look what Obama does with bringing in the Monsanto guys. Bush wasn't any better, and it can go on and on and on and on. So I know the election season's coming up, and we all kind of fall back to these same arguments and the same debates that really don't make any sense. But just remember, they're plundering our resources, all of our natural resources. They're leaving our kids with nothing, and they're of course being born into debt. They're being born into debt. Our children are being born into debt. They're being born into a world where the natural resources are being just pulled from the earth, and it's just sickening. So protect yourself.